Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So, this right here is my best friend Ellie.
Hi.
And I feel really weird that this is the first time you've been on my channel.
Yeah. I don't know, it's weird, it feels like a different part of your life.
It is a different part of my life, which, I mean, normally when I'm with my friends and stuff, I don't normally film and things. I mean, you've been in a few of my vlogs, like Iceland.
Yeah, and LA.
And LA, oh yeah, I forgot about
Throwback.
that. But, like, I've never had Ellie in a main channel video, and we thought we would do a kind of agony on advice style video, just because I think we give some great advice.
We do. Our lives
normally to each other. But yeah, so I asked you guys for any of your problems or like relationship issues or just like anything pretty much on Instagram, and all of these are going to be anonymous. I'm not going to read out anybody's names, and we're going to try our best to give you some advice on life.
It's going to be quite interesting actually, because I feel like we normally have like the same opinions.
Yeah.
Like if I ask you for advice, you normally say what I would have thought you would say, if that makes any sense.
We've been friends since we were 12.
12, yeah.
And I am now 22. You're nearly 22.
I'm nearly 22.
So it's been like 10 years of
solid friendship.
And advice giving.
Lads, that's a mood.
Yeah, all of this bit when I'm
First
reading
date advice.
Oh yeah, okay. Okay, this person is clearly quite interested to know first date advice because they said it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different times. Ooh, what would you say?
I think that you have to go into these things with like an open mind.
Mm-hmm.
I think normally most of the time obviously you've probably been like talking to this person unless it's a blind date.
Yeah,
so
unless blind date would be so scary.
I don't think I'd like it. I feel like you kind of know what to expect, but you have to, I don't know, just go into it like open, ready to be yourself.
Yeah, I would definitely say like try and be yourself as much as you can.
Yeah.
Even if you're nervous, just don't put on any kind of like acts and try and, I don't know, make yourself seem different than you are, because at the end of the day, if they're going to like you, you want them to like you for you rather than some act that you're putting on.
Yeah, exactly. Try not to be too nervous as well, because it's a first date, like they're meant to be fun.
Yeah.
You're meant to be just like chilling, getting to know someone.
But then at the same time, the first dates I've been on, I was so incredibly nervous.
It's like easier said than done.
Yeah, it's definitely easier said than done, but like, yeah, I'm sure you'll be fine. Like, I was super nervous to go on like, well, I've been on 2 first dates. I mean, obviously now, like, I'm in a relationship, so not anymore, but, like, the first dates that I did go on, I was really nervous, but then once I actually got there, I was just kind of like, it's fine, I'm gonna try and, like, chill, and you're just having a conversation with somebody, like, just try and enjoy yourself, basically, because it's not that deep. If you don't like the person, it's fine.
Yeah, I feel like as well, maybe just picture it as, like, you just going for drinks with your mate.
But good luck if you do have a first date. Yeah, so this person has said, I'm worried that me and my boyfriend will stop being close because I'm moving 1 hour away. I think a lot of people kind of deal with that, especially at like university age. You might be going to different unis, but even if it's not a university type of situation, I think with long distance relationships, it kind of is like a test on the relationship, and even though like it can be difficult, I think it can still work. Like for some people it does work. It just like depends on the relationship.
I think if you give enough time to the relationship and if you both put enough time aside, then it can definitely work.
Yeah. And like this sounds like so cheesy, but I say this about like everything in life. If it's meant to be, it will be.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like if it's gonna work out, then it will work out and you'll be totally fine. Just kind of look at it like, oh yeah, like he's moved an hour away, but we can still see each other on the weekends. You can still Skype, you can still like call each other. And if you both like put in the same amount of time and effort into it, then I'm sure you will be totally fine and you can work through it. It can go either way, like I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But
it can always change the dynamic of a relationship.
Yeah.
But then it's
yeah,
like,
for sure.
like you said, like whatever happens for a reason.
Yeah, so
it's meant to be, it will be.
That's what I try and live by in life.
You're a wizard.
Right, so this person has said, I'm worried, and I also have had quite a lot of people like say this to me as well, because obviously it wasn't that long. Somebody said, I'm worried I jumped into my new relationship too quick after my previous 2-year relationship. I think it like completely depends on the situation, and it completely depends from like person to person.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, if it was a 2-year relationship, like, yeah, that's, like, quite a long time to be with somebody. But then at the same time, if you are in a new relationship now, like, I don't know, maybe if you're worried that you jumped into it too quick, then maybe I don't know.
If you're having doubts about it,
Yeah.
then I think maybe that shows something else, because you weren't worried, like you just knew that.
Yeah, I was just, I'd kind of got to a point,
right.
I'd got to a point where I was like, I'm fully done with this now, like I'm over it, and then I was kind of ready to move on into a new relationship. But if you're kind of worried that you might have jumped into it too quickly, then maybe that is a sign that you might have done, and maybe you should take some time for yourself. But then at the same time, if it's just other people telling you that you've jumped into it too quickly, then you've just got to go with like what you're feeling. Because I had loads of people saying that to me, and I was like, no, like I'm fully fine.
You know how you're feeling.
Yeah. So
yeah. But also I do think as well there's no such thing as like a perfect time. And like I think people always like to look at like breakups and relationships as like so like set, and like, everyone's like, you have to do it like this, but there's no one right way to do relationships. There's no one right way to do breakups.
There's no like rules for life.
If like this new relationship's right, then go for it, but then also if you're having doubts, then maybe take some time.
I feel like you're sinking.
It's because I have such bad posture.
Wait, let me give you another cushion.
I don't understand how you stay upright. How you stay upright. How you stay sat up for this long.
It's quite
my back is just like.
Do you want to sit on another cushion?
Thanks. Ooh.
How did you deal with exam stress when you were younger? Well, I mean, you still have exam stress because
Yeah,
you're at uni. But I think for me, like, I know that, there was so much pressure, especially at GCSEs. They kind of made GCSEs seem like it was the be-all and end-all of your life. And if you didn't get good GCSEs, then you were going to fail at everything. But, like, that is so not true. I just kind of went into it with the attitude of, like, okay, if I do mess up any of my exams, I can always retake them, and it's not the end of the world.
I think as long as you know that you're trying the best that you can, that's all you can do, really.
Yeah.
I think as for dealing with stress, I reckon, I don't know, how I did it, I had like a revision timetable, but then I always made sure that we always had fun things planned.
Yeah, same.
So like maybe you'd have a day off at the weekend to have something fun planned, or like you'd finish by a certain point and then you'd be like, okay, I'm gonna go watch a film now.
Yeah, that's what I used to do. I used to just like plan my time, and I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna do like an hour of revision now, and then once I've done that, I'm gonna like reward myself and like watch a YouTube video or like do something to kind of like take my mind off it, just because I think if you solidly spend all your time revising, it's just going to stress you out even more.
Yeah, it
because
just makes things
going to
more
be
high pressure.
everything that's like, your brain is just fully occupied by exams. But if you like make sure that you have like breaks and try and include some like fun things to kind of like distract you a bit, then I think that definitely helps.
Yeah.
This person says, I don't know who to trust. My friends are always talking about me behind my back.
I don't think they're friends.
Yeah.
I'd, like, get rid of them.
Yeah, like if your friends are talking about you behind your back, then they're not being a very good friend, so...
Thank you, next.
Yeah, literally. Somebody said, how to get over someone while remaining friends with them. I mean, it's definitely difficult.
It's very, very difficult.
And, like, again, it really depends on, like, the situation. If your ex was a dickhead and you, like, don't want to stay friends with them, then that's totally fine.
Yeah.
Nothing is forcing you to, like, keep them in your life. But if you do want to try and stay friends with them, I think... it just, like, I know that everyone says this, but it honestly just, like, takes time, because you both need time to kind of, like, process it and, like, kind of get your head around it, and then eventually you could probably get to a place where you could be friends.
Yeah.
But it doesn't work for everyone.
Like, having been in this position.
Yeah.
I think the key is, like, being completely honest and open with each other at all times, because if you're in a situation, I don't know, say with, like, me and my ex, we tried to be friends, we made it, we are still friends.
Yeah.
And I think the key was just talking to each other the whole time and being like, if we're going to see each other at this, I don't know, this event, if one of us wasn't comfortable, then we'd let the other one know.
Yeah.
And it's obviously me being like, oh, I'm not comfortable with you being there, or I don't know, just being like, oh, I'm finding this a little bit difficult at the moment. It's nothing against him.
Yeah.
I think as long as you two kind of establish that at the beginning and like establish that you have to have these boundaries, then that's the best thing. And don't go back there, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like you can't mess the boundaries up.
Yeah.
I think once the boundaries are set and you guys have split up, you have to respect that
and like stick to it.
It's over. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the otherwise the friendship's kind of always up in the air a bit.
Yeah.
Which you don't want.
But like, it can be done. Like, you're a living example that it can be done.
It can be done.
And lots of people like do it. So like, it is possible, and you'll get there in the end. But that was some very good advice. I really like this guy, but I'm too scared to pop up. I think in these kind of situations, I've had like a lot of people saying like, I like someone, but I'm too scared to tell them. I've kind of learned that like as the years go by, that it's just best to be honest with people.
Yeah.
And like, you know, when I was at school, I asked out so many boys. They
You
all
were on
said
a roll.
no. Like, oh my god, I swear to God, I liked a new boy like every month. It was ridiculous. And every boy I ever asked out or told them that I liked them, they said no. But am I alive to tell the tale?
Yeah.
Yes.
You get over everyone.
Like, I promise you will get over it. If they don't like you back, then honestly, like, them.
It's their loss as well.
Exactly. So
it's better to take the risk and
Yeah.
go for it, because otherwise you'll never know. I think I'd always prefer taking the risk,
yeah.
feeling a bit rejected and getting over it, than
Yeah.
sitting around wondering what
Yeah.
could have happened.
Me too. And I think that's why I just sort of like went for it.
Yeah.
Even though I had no idea if these boys liked me back or not. And clearly they didn't. But I just thought like, I can't just sit here and not know. They might like you back and it could work out and it will be great. But even if they don't, like, I promise you'll be fine. Like, it's a bit gutting.
Yeah.
But you will get over it and everything will be okay. They're clearly not the right person for you. That is a mood. What to do when you're hungry but too lazy to get up.
Keep snacks in your bedroom.
Yes. Get a mini fridge.
How to deal with a breakup?
Yeah.
Can do that.
Yeah, there was lots of questions about breakups and like ending like long-term relationships and just how to get over people in general. I think my best advice for getting over a breakup is to occupy your mind with other things. Like, keep yourself busy, see your friends as much as you can, see your family, do some like fun things, or like get really, even like if you want to get really stuck into work, or just kind of anything to take your mind off it, I think is the best way forward. And like, do some nice things for yourself. Like, if there's anything,
Treat yourself.
Yeah, like if there's anything that you've wanted to do and maybe your like ex didn't agree with it or something, then now is your time to go and do that and do exactly what you want to do and try and do things to make yourself happy. Basically, like, put yourself first for a bit and like just focus on you. And yeah, it definitely helps to find some people around you that can help you take your mind off it and like talk to your friends about it and stuff.
Yeah.
I
think it's important, like, at the beginning as well, though. Obviously, you're going to be sad about it, so you kind of have to just
let it
yourself,
out.
Let yourself be sad. Like, have a few days where you sit and you watch Bridget Jones on repeat and you sit and you cry. But then I think you just have to know that you have to reach a point where you're going to pick yourself back up and you're going to, I don't know, I feel like with my breakups, I've had like a few days of being sad. Obviously there's no one right way to do it, but I had like a few days of being sad, and then I'm like, okay, we're gonna plan some fun things, gonna go out with my mates, gonna, I don't know, just make yourself busy, because then you won't have time to think about it, and then soon it'll be like a month will have gone past and you'll be like, hang on, haven't thought about him in ages.
Yeah, exactly. And also, like, just know as well that it's not like some smooth sailing thing.
Completely not.
You're definitely gonna have like up and downs, and like for me, I had some days where I was like, I'm fine, like why was I even crying yesterday? And then you also have days where you literally like feel so down and like you're crying and you just have like such like a off day.
It's such a whirlwind of emotions.
It literally is.
You will be like sad, and then you'll be really angry, and then you'll get really sassy, and then you'll go back to being sad again, and then you'll be really happy. Again, like, it takes time. Everybody says that. You will find a time where you will like find peace and you'll be like, oh, okay, I'm over that now, and like, I'm back to me, and let's get on with the rest of my life, because I've got so much life ahead of me, and let's see what the future brings. But it always
really deep.
it always like, you will get over it, no matter. Everyone has those days, I think, during a breakup where you're like, oh my god, I'm never gonna get over it, and I'm never gonna find someone like him, and I've just done all of this for nothing. But that's all wrong. Like, you will be fine. Completely.
And like, literally, as my phone case says, thank you next. With a little porn star body.
Such a mood.
Ooh, this person says, bestie is mates with my ex. They're getting really close. When I went out with him, she hated him. Ooh, that's a tricky one. I don't know how to answer that.
I think talk to her about it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know. I think in a lot of situations, like relationships and friendships, just being honest with people about and talking about your feelings is probably the best thing that you can do, so that you don't just like build up a grudge. There's a lot of people on here saying that they're getting bullied. What should I do? Some people out there just horrible people.
There are just horrible people.
But I would say if you are getting bullied, don't go through it by yourself. Like, tell your parents, tell teacher, tell like other people that you might be friends with, just anyone that you kind of trust.
Yeah.
I would say to tell them, because they might be able to help you and kind of do something about it. Like, for example, if the people bullying you are in like one of the same classes as you or something, maybe they can like move your seat or like move you to a different class or something like that, just to try and help it a bit. But also as well, like, once you've left school, you're never going to have to see those people again. Yeah. So it should get better, which I know that doesn't really help too much, but
obviously it's awful and you're going to feel really upset about it, but you just have to know that these people aren't worth any of your time. Like, they're just not worth any of your attention. And obviously they're going to make that difficult for you, but just know, like, you're worth so much more than them. Yeah,
for sure. Like, if you're being bullied, the bullies are the ones that have an issue, not you, because, like, I don't know, they probably have their own insecurities and they're just kind of like letting it all out onto somebody else.
Definitely talk to people about it though. Because it's not okay.
Sure. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
How to start talking to a boy you like.
Ooh.
I'm trying to think, like, how I would have done that at school.
Yeah.
How did we do it at school?
Send them a message being like, hey, did you get the homework? I didn't write it down. How did we start talking to boys?
I do think it was like the classic, well, because we're so old that it was like MSN.
We're so old.
You'd log into MSN, like, appear online, log out, appear online again.
I don't know how did we start talking to boys?
I'm genuinely trying to, the thing is that we both liked boys the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, we basically became friends because we would just talk about, like, Taylor Swift, JLS and boys.
That's actually true. The reason we became so close is because when we were 12, we were both, like, convinced we were, like, in love with all these boys, and we discovered Taylor Swift's music, and we would, like, send each other links to, like, the lyric videos on YouTube of all of these, like, deep, emotional Taylor Swift songs, and we would be, like, relate to the lyrics so hard right now.
You once asked someone out for me. Remember that?
Oh my god, yeah, I remember that. I think everyone does that at some point. They're like, oh, go and get your friend to, like, ask out. I don't know, yeah, you get someone else to do it for you because you're too scared to talk to them.
I feel like the homework route would probably be a classic that I'd go back to.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, if you have them on, like, Snapchat, you could just send them, like, oh, actually, that sounds dodgy. That is not what I meant. I was gonna be just, like, a random picture. I'll just stop talking now.
Is your back starting to hurt?
My back is actually...
Oh, I've got so good at sitting up.
I'll just record the rest of the video from down here. Oh, I didn't put any highlighter on.
No! Do you want to add some now halfway through the video?
Glow.
I need advice whether I want a Chinese or an Indian for dinner.
I have both. I had both yesterday.
Oh, I really want an Indian. I might order Indian food tonight.
Do it.
Oh no, but I need to stop spending money on food. Me and my ex hooked up without me realising he had a girlfriend. Should I tell her?
Ooh.
That's like a really big topic that I think...
Yeah, I think that...
Oh, that's tricky.
I think if I was friends with the girlfriend,
then
I'd be like...
Yeah, for sure.
Ooh, okay.
Like, if you knew them, then maybe you should tell them. But it's kind of like, if you didn't know that your ex had a girlfriend, then that's just so awful of him to do that and not tell you. Like, people that cheat just make me so angry. Like, if you want to get with other people, end your relationship before you do it. Like, just don't.
It's mad.
Just advice, like, if any of you are thinking that you don't want to be with your significant other and you're thinking about getting with other people, then it's clearly not the right relationship and you should end it, because just cheating on people,
that's not how relationships work.
It hurts people's feelings so badly.
Someone will always get hurt whenever there's something like that involved. And also, like, you're meant to have trust in a relationship, and that completely goes out the window the second anything like that starts happening.
Didn't tell my BFF about my new boyfriend. She found out from people and now she's ignoring me and giving me attitude.
I think there's probably a reason that you obviously haven't told her.
Yeah.
And I think that if she's really your best friend, then when you try to talk to her about it, she would probably, hopefully, sit and, like, listen to what you had to say, listen to your explanation, and hopefully she would then understand.
Yeah.
But, like, the fact that she's ignoring you...
Yeah, that's
no,
not great. I
it's
mean,
not.
I guess she's probably just, like, a little bit angry that you didn't tell her in the first place.
Yeah.
But then, like, you clearly had your reasons for not wanting to tell her. So I think just be completely honest with her and be like, look, I'm sorry I didn't tell you. Like, this is why I didn't tell you. You just gotta hope that she does understand. And if she is your best friend, then she will listen to you. And, like, she might be mad for a bit, but I'm sure you guys will get through it. Like, everyone's kind of like friendships and stuff, they're not always like completely perfect, and there will be like arguments in friendships and things like from time to time, but if you are like a true friend, then you guys will find a way to kind of like work through it and get over it and like forgive each other. Because to be honest, I don't think that's too bad, because when you're in a relationship with somebody, like, you shouldn't feel like you have to tell everybody straight away, because it's kind of like your own business.
A relationship is two people. And like, obviously you want to talk to your mates about it, but also you kind of, when you're starting a new relationship, you have to put those two people first.
Yeah, for sure. And just kind of like wait till you're ready to tell people, because I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'd say.
I think if the friendship goes after that, then it probably wasn't the right friendship in the first place.
Yeah, like if they're not gonna like listen to you and kind of like give you the time of day, if they're just gonna completely ignore you and be like bye, then it's kind of like, okay, well then maybe you should find a new friend. This person says, I think I like a guy, but we are just friends. I don't want to ruin that, but in the same time I started feelings. So
we've both been there.
Yeah.
No, I think at first maybe leave it for a bit and see if you still have those feelings after, say, like a month.
Yeah, like make sure that you're sure about it.
Yeah. If you're still feeling that way in a month, then obviously you've got feelings there.
Yeah.
And you probably won't be able to ignore those feelings.
Yeah.
In which case, I think you should tell them.
Yeah.
But don't, like, I don't know, it's obviously difficult, but don't expect them to straight away feel the same way.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't expect them to feel the same way at all.
It's really scary.
Yeah, it's terrifying. It's not easy at all.
Yeah.
But I think that you kind of have to put it out there, because otherwise you start reading into situations more.
Yeah, and you're just gonna like always have that kind of like in you, like, oh, like I want to tell him, but like I don't, and I don't know, I think it will probably just like really stress you out if you don't just kind of like let it out there.
And you never know, like, they might feel the same way.
Yeah, exactly. They could feel the same way about you.
I do think that it's better to just be honest in this situation. And also, like, if you guys are good friends, then you'll get over it.
Yeah, if it doesn't work out, you'll be totally fine. Like, yeah. We've both had situations like that, and it's like worked out fine, and we've still like remained friends with the people, so I'm sure like whatever the outcome is, you will be totally fine. If it works out, then that's amazing. If it doesn't work out, then you guys will, I'm sure, get over it and still remain friends. How the actual heck do I talk to guys without turning into an awkward fart ball?
I don't know, tell me.
Literally, like, on my 2 dates that I went on, I don't even remember like what words came out of my mouth, because I just, when I get nervous, I just start chatting shit.
Yeah,
like,
literally the same.
I don't even remember what I said, but I remember there being points where I was like, wow, did those words just really like come out of my mouth? And
it's where you like kind of have like an out of body experience, where you just listen, you have that moment where you start listening to yourself.
Literally.
Like,
I remember on my second date, there was a moment where I was like, oh, I'm gonna go to the toilet, and he was like, oh, I need the toilet too, and I was like, oh, why don't you go at the same time? And then I was like, wait, no, not like at the same time, not like in the same cubicle as me. And then I started like just like word vomiting, and then I was like, no, that's not what I meant, and then I was just like, bye, and then I just ran off, and then I sat on the toilet like, what the actual
hell? And then you texted me like, why have I just done this?
And I was messaging like you and Saber, being like, oh my god, you guys are actually like the most embarrassing person ever.
I once went on a date and they were like, hi, how are you? And I was like, good, thanks, how are you? No, wait, it was the other way. I was like, hi, how are you? And they're like, good, thanks, how are you? And then I was like, good, thanks, how are you? And then I just went, I've just said that. And I said it out loud. I was like, I've just said that twice. I think
it happens to all of us.
I think half of it, like, you just have to fake confidence.
Yeah. Oh my gosh,
It's all about faking the confidence.
If you go into
fake it till you make it.
Literally.
Yeah.
If you go into a situation being like, I'm confident, I'm a badass bitch, no one's gonna like mess with me, then you kind of, it kind of helps
People
you
won't question it as well.
Yeah. Hopefully that helps. just be fake. This person says, how do you know when a relationship is no longer right? I think if you're questioning it.
Yeah, then it's probably no longer right.
And I had this with my previous relationship. There were moments where I kind of questioned it, and then we stayed together, and then at the end of it we didn't work out anyway.
Yeah.
And so like, I think, I mean, not every single relationship is going to be perfect 100% of the time. Like, you will, like, bicker and there will be, like, issues, but if you're, like, made for each other or whatever, you can get through them and it'll be fine. Whereas, like, if in a relationship you're feeling like it might not be right and you're getting kind of, like, doubts, maybe just, like, don't immediately end things. Think about it for a bit longer. If you're still getting doubts in a few months' time, then I think it's maybe not the right relationship for you.
It's so cliche, but like, you know, in all the films that like,
Yeah.
you know when it's right, like you just know,
Yeah.
you just have that feeling.
Yeah, yeah.
If you're questioning that, then it probably means that it
Yeah.
isn't.
It is a tricky one, but you'll be okay.
For like everything, we keep.
I know.
It's always alright in the end.
But that's because like we've experienced pretty much most of the things that have gone on in this, and like we've turned out to be okay. Well, I mean, debatable. We've been
definitely debatable. No.
Found out my boyfriend was messaging his ex, so I called it off, and now I feel guilty because he's upset about it, etc. But like, he messaged his ex. I don't get it. Oh my gosh! If your boyfriend has been messaging his ex and you called it off, do not feel guilty about that. Like, if he's making you feel guilty, that is like manipulative. That is not good. Like, you should not be the one that's feeling guilty. He should be feeling guilty for messaging his ex.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think you 100% did the right thing to call it off. If he's still involved with his ex, then he's clearly not ready for a new relationship.
Yeah, you can do better.
Yeah, literally, you can do better. My friends think this boy likes me and that if so, I should go out with him, as it would be cool to go out with him as we could do double dates, but I don't think I want to. If you don't want to go out with someone,
don't do it.
Don't go out with them. Like, don't go out with them just for the sake of double dates. Like, that's just not right.
No.
And don't let your friends pressure them. No, wait, sorry. Don't let your friends pressure you into going out with somebody just because they want you to go out with them.
It's your
like,
life.
Yeah.
You pick.
Yeah, exactly.
Who you want to spend your time
Exactly.
with. Advice on budgeting or saving for new things, please tell me.
So this person has said, is it bad for your only best friend really to be your boyfriend, or is that unhealthy? So I think she kind of means like she's with her boyfriend and he's like her only like best friend and she doesn't really have any other friends. In relationships, it can definitely be easy to just like spend all of your time with your like boyfriend or girlfriend. But I think it's definitely like a lot better for you to stay friends with people and stay in touch with everyone and try and kind of like balance it, so you still see your friends, you're still seeing your family, and you're still seeing like your boyfriend or girlfriend. Because if you're spending all of your time with just one person and they then become your only friend, like you might lose touch with your current friends, and then if something goes wrong and you guys break up, then you're gonna be left with like no friends.
Because it's kind of a lot of person. It's a lot of pressure. To just have one person all the time.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like, it's a lot of pressure on them and a lot of pressure on you as well.
Yeah, like it's good to have like multiple people to talk to about like different things.
It can be difficult though sometimes, can't it? When like you want to spend time with your boyfriend and then you obviously have like something else going on with your friends. So like it's difficult to balance it sometimes, but I think it is all about balance. I don't think it's healthy to put all of that on one person. Say
you've got like two different events on at the same time. You might have like something going on with your boyfriend and then your friends are like, oh, can we meet up? If you've already said that you would do the thing with your boyfriend, then I think that's fine. But just as long as you be like, oh, I'm really sorry, like to your friends, be like, oh, I'm really sorry I can't do this, but I can do tomorrow or like Wednesday or like something like that. So yeah, just like make sure you have time for both. Yeah, I think that's right.
That's it.
Awesome. Okay, I think we've answered we've answered a lot of questions. We've been filming for like a long time. Thank you guys so much for all of your like submissions and stuff. Hopefully you found this helpful. I think we did okay. We're constantly giving each other advice and thought that we might share some of our wisdom. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Maybe we should do more.
Yes, I'd be keen. I've enjoyed this.
Yeah, it was actually really fun. Yeah. But I'm going to wrap this up here. Thank you, Ellie, for coming on my channel.
Thanks for having me.
You are very welcome. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.
That was actually so much fun.
Oh, I'm so sweaty. Oh, it's still filming.